Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Pompero, over the head of Jenks, Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5.
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn Sierra Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you're following us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube page. And if you're watching this from our YouTube page, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube page, for real, come on, guys. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it. That'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, that's CHI at Sports Zone Shy now. If you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, you leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat because we got a little action going on in the chat this morning. I like it. I like it a lot. Our girl, Levette Lee, checking in. She's happy hump day, y'all. Levette. She's like, sup, Shawn. Good morning, Levette. Thank you for tuning in, Ma. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oh, man, Black Diamonds at the top of the morning, FGB. Y'all just might be competitive this season, Shawn. We might. We might break that 100-loss mark. We better break that 100-loss mark this year. We better tell you. Mr. Southside himself, Mr. Michelle Walls, man, I cursed you out all day today, this morning. Said, what up on a hump day, FGB? Man, our workout, the final part of the workout was deadlifts and burpees. 10 deadlifts, 1 burpee. 9 deadlifts, 2 burpees. 8 deadlifts, 3 burpees. 7 deadlifts, 4 burpees. 6 deadlifts, 5 burpees. 5 deadlifts, 6 burpees, all the way on. So they flipped over. We had 1 deadlift, 10 burpees. Oh, man, I was cussing you out, Michonne. I was sick. I was annoyed. I was mad. Yeah, that was my workout today. That was the last part of my workout. But listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Man, we have a great show. We have a lot to talk, man. We still have some Super Bowl things to discuss. Baseball season is here. All right, it is here. Pitchers and catchers have reported today. The Cubs pitchers and catchers reported. Sox reported yesterday. All right, baseball is here, baby. I am fired up. Cactus League is ready. All right, pitchers and catchers are going to warm up for about 2 weeks. Well, position players get here Saturday and Sunday, I believe, for both squads. Then here's the part that I really, really would love to be out there for. I would love to be out there to see what the hell are you doing now? Specifically my White Sox. Are we working on fundamentals? All right. Are we just repetitive, fundamental? All right. Are we working on situational baseball? Okay. I'm talking about the fielders. I'm not worried about the pitchers and catchers. Like, this is where the fundamentals need to be drilled home big time. Because right now we don't have the firepower. We have some firepower. Let's not get it twisted. We have some firepower. We don't have the firepower to go up against some of the big boys in the American League and the National League. So we're going to have to win any way we can. We're going to have to be more fundamentally sound than our opponents day in and day out. Now, some days it's not going to work. All right, you're going to make errors. We're human. All right, they're human. But being fundamentally sound better be a calling card for the 2026 White Sox. It better be a calling card. Okay? We need to say, oh, they bunted, got him on, got him over, got him in. We need to say that a lot this year. Or got him on, got him over, 3-run homer. Come on, got him over, went gone, 3-run homer. So we got some boppers, okay? We got some boppers. We got some people who could go yard, and that's a phenomenal thing to see. But we can't rely on that. We need to be able to create runs, okay? We need to be able to create runs when necessary. When we're facing a good pitcher, all right. We got a pitcher who's dealing. All right, we got to get out on an infield hit or a bunt. Okay, these are things. We cannot hurt ourselves in the field. Double plays have to be made. Routine double plays have to be made every single time. Okay, have to be made every single time. We can't botch them. We can't boot them. All right, our defense has to be stellar. We need to be one of the best defensive teams in baseball. We have two good catchers. Pretty strong up the middle, and we're going to see who's going to roam center field for us. All right, now that Lewis Robert is no longer here, because man, Lewis Robert could cover everything from the from the Indiana to Wisconsin border. All right, all 6'3", 6'4", him had phenomenal speed, great break on the ball, great athleticism. But he's no longer here. So we need one of these youngsters to fill those shoes. Who's it going to be? All right. There's an old saying, and that's true for literally any sport. If you're strong defensively up the middle, you're strong defensively. Okay? You can't be weak in any sport up the middle. None. I like this. I love this hat. I was wondering what that was. Fuzzy. I love this hat. Remember I got it last year, I think it was. I'm okay with the jersey. I got the jersey too, so it's But anyway, the Bears, the White Sox need to be fundamentally sound and stout up front, up through the middle. All right, our double play combination has to be second to none. All right, our play in the outfield, especially our center fielder, needs to be able to cover up any mistakes from our corner outfielders. And that doesn't mean be selfish and be greedy and take fly balls that are intended for the corner outfielders and take it because you can get there. Let them do their job. But getting stuff in the gaps, That's going to be a tough role to fill because we have one of the best defensive center fielders in all of baseball for the last 6 years or so. He's no longer there. Who can step in and continue that solid defense? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. All right. King Booker World. Chicago White Sox has a team with young players with stellar potential to bloom into superstars, which means they'll be traded for 4 relief pitchers and a 36-year-old shortstop. Yeah, it could be. Mr. Southside says, the Sox don't have Lou Bob to kick around anymore. Yeah, they don't. It's from a Bronx tale. The worst thing in life is wasted potential. That's what happened. That's what happened with this White Sox team. We had it. I don't want to keep going back to it, but we had it, man. We had the squad. All right, the position players. We had good young pitching. We're talking from Yoan Moncada to Eloy Jimenez to Luis Robert to Tim Anderson, even Andrew Vaughn. All those guys, and we couldn't get it done because of Jerry Reinsdorf. Bringing in Tony La Russa, which screwed up the whole chemistry. Okay. Inmates running the asylum. Tim Anderson doing some crazy stuff off the field in his personal life that affected his life on the field. So, yeah. Shawn says, all this changed after 2021. Yep. And the Northsiders, you did a great job of restocking, retooling, not a rebuild, but you brought some people in. Got some people in, and it's going to be an interesting time for you guys up there on the north side. All right, there's going to be a lot of expectations for you guys. There's going to be a lot of demands placed on you guys. All right, people are expecting a winner. All right, people are expecting a division championship. All right, they're expecting that. And I don't really see a team that should get in your way. Milwaukee's going to be a pain in the ass. St. Louis is going to be a pain in the ass. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, Okay, well, you got it. Okay, you have more than enough to win the NL Central. More than enough. Now, can this be done? Or will it be done? It can be done. Or will it be done? Okay, the Cubs, I think you have a really good shot of advancing far into the playoffs. First of winning the NL Central. Then maybe get into the NLCS or the NLDS. Or NLDS and then the NLCS. Excuse me. Divisional series and a championship series. I don't know if anyone's going to mess with the Dodgers. I don't know if anyone can mess around with the Dodgers. All right, that's crazy. But to get to that point, I think it would be a successful season for you, for the Cubs up north. And listen, it's baseball. That's why you put your pants on one leg at a time, just like your opponents. And the Cubs in a series could possibly beat them, depending on how the pitching goes. All right, pitching and defense. And I talked about the White Sox being inundated with fundamental drills. Cubs need to be the same way. Because the way you're going to beat those good teams, the teams that are much better than you, talent-wise, salary-wise, all right, is playing great defense. Because when you get teams like that, unless your pitching is just dealing, the ball's going to be in play. Can you get batters out? Can you get batters out? Can you not give great teams, like most of the teams in the NL West, extra outs? Right? Can you limit the extra outs that are given? Okay, because if you do, now you got a chance. Because that's what great teams do. You boot one, give them 4 outs in an inning, and how many times have we seen a team explode for 3 or 4 runs with 2 outs? All because of an error. All because of a bad play where you're not thinking. Where instead of turning a double play, you just go for 1 and there's only 2 outs, and that the team you leave the door open for them. And that's what both of our teams need to do. Cubs have a little more firepower, or at least recognized firepower than the White Sox. But the fundamentals don't change. And if you're fundamentally sound defensively, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a fun season on both sides of town. Or forever, whoever's team is more fundamentally sound. Or both, you don't have to be, we're not going to play each other that much. But what I'm saying is that is going to be a staple should be a staple for both teams. All right, it should be a staple for both teams. All right, the Cubs, you got a little more explosion on your bat, a little more power. Cool. Home run friendly place like Wrigley. If you're going to give up homers, which you will, it's part of the game. Don't let it be 2 or 3 run homers. Let it be solo shots. You do that by not giving extra outs, not by not having a lot of errors, making fundamentally sound plays defensively. And when you give up the homer, have it be a solo shot. All right, you're up 4-1, and a solo shot makes it 4-2. A 3-run shot ties the game. That changes the momentum. All right, so I hope that now that they're out there, I hope this is what each organization is doing. I hope it is. All right, we don't have the firepower of some teams. White Sox were just trying to break 100 fucking losses. 3 years in a row, we've had 100 losses. Let's get out of that. Let's get into the 90s or 80s. Hell, let's get to 500. You know what type of season that would be? All right, for the White Sox to go from 100 losses to 81 losses. Another 19-game improvement. If we can do that, if we can get to 500, the White Sox will have jumped, 19 games last year to this year, and another 19 games from 2 years ago to last year, and then 19 games or 18 games from this last year to this year. It's a 38-game improvement in 2 seasons. I don't care where you finish. You jump a damn near 40-game improvement in 2 seasons, you're doing something. You're managing, you're coaching, you're winning. All right, you're winning a lot of close ball games. You're fundamentally sound. That's impressive. Regardless, now, even if they finish 81 and don't make the playoffs, that's still extremely impressive. Extremely. From 40 wins, was it 41 wins, I believe, to 81 wins in 2 seasons would be amazing. Would be amazing. And that's what we have to hope for. But here's the thing. Let's not go for, and I hope Will Venable doesn't say, let's try and meet 500. I think the best way to go about it for a team like the White Sox is let's play every pitch. Every pitch, every at-bat, every pitch, every at-bat, every inning, offensively and defensively. Play great baseball, fundamentally sound baseball. When the 9 innings is up, let's look at the board and see where we're at. Okay? Let's break it down into a 3-game series throughout the year and win 2 out of 3. By hook or by crook. Oh, I said series. And Siri from my iPhone went on. That's funny. But break it into 3-game sets. Steal one from a team that's really good. Now you got 2 other chances to win. To win 1. And if you can win 2 out of 3, all you got to do. I'm not asking to sweep. Just don't get swept. Just win 2 out of 3. If you can take the majority of your series, 2 out of 3, you realize how fast that adds up? Do you realize how quickly it's 10-5, 20-10, 30-15, 40-20, 50-25, 60-30, 70-35. You're like, whoa, we're at 100 games. There were 70 wins and 30. Okay? It happened. Shawn, you're following me. You feel me, Papa. You feel me, bro. Every pitch and every at-bat counts, and you have to take it as such. And I know it can get mundane because you have 162 of them, but you can't take one at-bat off. And if Will Venable preaches that and instills that into this team, Sox will have a much better season. Okay? Let's not worry about 81 and 81. Let's win 2 out of 3. That's it. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. And see where we end up when it's all said and done. All right? Because what that is, if we go 2 out of 3, that's 100 wins. And believe me, I'm not saying we're going to get 100 wins. We're not. We're not. We are not getting 100 wins. But here's the thing. Here's a question. Why not? Why not? Because you look and you see how many times have we seen one play opens the floodgates and causes, I shouldn't say one play, but one key play can cause a team to lose. Well, let's not have those mishaps. The fewer mishaps, which is why I stress on being fundamentally sound. Don't boot it. Don't give extra outs. Don't do that thing to teams. Even bad teams take advantage of those. We have taken advantage of those. Okay, there's got to be speed on the base pass. You have to put pressure on the defense. You have to steal. Force these guys to throw down a second on a consistent basis. And I'll tell you what, you can steal bases. You can cause yourself to be at second base before you even get on first base. Because sometimes they say, okay, this guy gets on, he's going to steal. So they're worried about you stealing before you even finish your at-bat, which can cause you to get on base. Once you get on base, now people are saying, let's try to stop him from stealing. Now we're not really worried about the guy at bat. They're worried about you stealing second. All right, you got to hustle. And Will Venable's got to get this into these guys. Yeah, but if they win 86 games, how happy would you be, bro? From 41 wins 2 seasons ago to 86 will have doubled their win total in 2 seasons. If you in baseball, when you win 20 more games than you did the last year, it's impressive. Very impressive. So there's a shot. But you got to go to work, and you got to come to work, and you got to put in the effort every day. Every single day. All right, their model should be our model. You got to do the work. 2026 motto, you got to do the work. Because I guarantee you may not win 86 games. You may not win 81 games, but I tell you what, you're going to feel good about yourself knowing the work you put in and the improvement. Improvement is guaranteed when you put the work in. It's guaranteed. How much work you put in, how disciplined you are on your work, will tell how successful you're going to be. Shawn says, I'll be happy with that improvement. Shit, I'd be too if they win 86 games, like King Booker World said. That still could get you into the playoffs. King Booker World said, I bought the MLB The Show to play as a Sox just so they can win. That's awesome. That's awesome. And we're going to take a quick break. I got to get the warden off the CrossFit. All right. And and on the other side of the break, we are going to have we're going to go to top of the morning. All right. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
911. Where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become a resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created JQReports.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know the city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My future stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information on my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Urban. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoydenreports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyden.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
We said that all year long. You take Vooch off the lineup, they are one of the youngest teams, so now now it's proven. So they got to go out here and play.
Here is Isaac Okoro working on the young Clowney. Nice feed to Marcellus. Well, there's some chemistry right out of the gate. They did actually end up giving Mann that prior basket, the one that got tipped around and rolled in. Very deep. Simon.
City. Bang, bang, bang.
Lifetime 33% shooter, but he had a big game last night. Ivy.
Jaden Ivey. Bang, bang, bang.
He's been a little under league average for his career. But
Patrick Williams, get out the way, baby.
And now Dillingham blows by the rest of the defense and scores. Jalen Wilson on the push. Sarah drives it, and the rookie gets a block.
Good job.
Woo-hoo! Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Oh, damn, I should have had that up there. Son of a biscuit. Anyway, those were the bullies the other day on Monday. You saw no soup for you. The rejection. Man, that was great stuff. But unfortunately, the Bulls came out on the losing end of it. My man Shorty checking in. What's up, boss? It's top of the morning to you. Yes, I have you muted again. That's all right, Shorty. I just appreciate the fact that you tune in, man, every week, every day, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. Patrick Williams. Dude, how soon? Hey, King Booker World, how soon before he gets P. Will back? He wants to keep doing shit like that. He wants to keep doing stuff like that, boy. You got to get P. Will back. But you also got to score. You can't just block one shot a game. You know what I mean? There's levels to this thing, Patrick. But, guys, let's get it cracking, baby. You know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First, top of the morning topic. We got the warden off the CrossFit. Nice and easy. First top of the morning topic is this. Bulls. Yeah, that's a tough one, baby. Tough on the Bulls. They fall to the Brooklyn Nets. All right, 123 to 115 out in BK. Anthony Simons led the way with 23 points. Colin Sexton, 21 points for the Bulls. Matas Buzelis had 18 points, and Jaden Ivey, 13 points in the losing cause. So tell you what, this team is fun, exciting. They're a bunch of youngsters, or a potpourri, so to speak, of talent, of players, all acquired at the draft, or at the deadline, and they're showing out. They're showing out. They're just not used to. They're not familiar with each other. Okay, which is why they're making a lot of mistakes. But you see the talent. We have a couple of players that I think could be key pieces, vital pieces moving forward. A lot of these guys are on expiring contracts, and that was the reason for their acquisition by the Bulls. But some of these guys are fighting or finding a way to stay around in the future. King Booker Will says, no, Shawn, no. He's still Patrick Williams. He's not P. Will. He's still Patrick Williams. But Shawn says, it's still P. Won't. It's P. Won't for me still. Black Diamond says, Shawn, what are your thoughts on the fuckery with the comp picks? Oh, man. Don't even get me started, bro. We can talk about that. Talk about it a little. He said, everything you just said, Shawn, is the same thing you said for the past 6 years. Yeah, you're right. If you could just continue, if you could just continue, if you could just continue, if you could just, if you can, and obviously he couldn't. Yep. Nice young team, learn to play together, etc., etc. Yep. We're doing it all again. Second verse, same as the other 6 times. Well, staying with the Bulls. The next top of the morning topic, the Bulls are in Boston tonight to face the Celtics. Tip-off is at 6:30 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 The Score /670 AM Score. I don't know if you guys have listened to The Score on FM. It does sound so much better. And you can get it. It's crystal clear. You don't have to worry about it fading. It's solid. Solid. King Booker Will says, Ryan's over is making me start to hate this team, and I hate that. Yeah, we love our Bulls, man. We really do. And to not, like I said, it hurt me because I wanted to go to some games this year. Remember how we started off? And we fell off big time. We were one of the last 2 teams to be undefeated. It was us and OKC. Started off really, really, really well. But I will say this is something they needed to do a year or 2 ago. Last deadline or the year before. It's something they need. This is what they needed to do. Pick a lane and start from there. If it's going to be a rebuild, then rebuild. Call it what you want. You don't have to call. You could avoid it if you want and tap dance around and skirt around the issue. It's a rebuild. All right, AK, it's a rebuild. You may not like it, but you're rebuilding the team. This should have been done last offseason or last trading deadline or 2 trading deadlines ago or any time in the offseason. The last 2. Crazy, 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 crazy. Moving on to the next top of the morning topic. Pitchers and catchers have reported in Arizona for both teams, not foe. Come on, man. Come on, man. Who the hell typed this? I did. Pitchers and catchers have reported to Arizona for both teams. We just got done talking about them in the beginning. All right, it should be an exciting season. Probably be at opening day. A buddy of mine already who puts together those outings already has the date. I think May is the first crosstown on the south side. So definitely going to be there. I shouldn't say definitely. See how they're playing. But it's just a good time, man. There's people I haven't seen. What's really crazy is there are people. There'll be people that I haven't seen since last year, which is pretty wild. You know, and it's like once a year we'll see each other, and it's usually at the Crosstown Classic. So, but anyway, I'm excited for both teams. All right. You know, I mean, I hate the Cubs and I hate their fan base, but they have a good squad. They have a good chance of making some noise. All right. They have a good chance of making some noise. And obviously, I'm always excited about my White Sox. All right. I like a lot of the acquisitions they have. They just signed Fetty again. They re-signed him for 1 year. A pitcher, for those of you who don't know. So they've got to move. Manu, I want to say Kawasaki. Money Time, Manu something, the Japanese guy. All right. He's powerful. Murakami. Munetaki, money. They call him money. That's right, money. Munetaka Murakami. They got him. They haven't played first base. This is going to be another power hitting first baseman. Looks like it. All right, it looks like it. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house. What's up, Junior? He started the razzing yesterday. Yeah, he sent a text as a group text, me, him, and his son as a group text, and he was like, the Sox suck or something. He said something like that, the Sox suck. Oh, man, that was hilarious. And I replied, cuck the fubs. So the hazing has begun. So yeah, that's crazy. Let's keep it moving. What's the next topic? All right. The Bears in the state of Illinois are close to a deal that will keep the Bears in Illinois and get Arlington Heights to start their development. All right. Here's the fun part. Illinois never got serious until Indiana came in the picture. So I want to thank Indiana. And you know what? Serves them right. I hope they move to Indiana just because. Just because. You don't want to do shit. You know, you didn't want to give the Bears anything. You didn't want to, you know what I mean? They wanted Soldier Field. They wanted, obviously, McCormick Place is not an option because that's privately owned. It's not owned by the city. All the hoops they have to go through. And I just don't understand why they don't sell them Soldier Field. Knock it down, rebuild it, give them some land on the lakefront. Because it bugs me. It bothers me that they're going to be in Arlington Heights. It does. And I don't give a damn to the Dallas Cowboys. But Irving, no, that was Irving before. Are they still? I don't know if they're still in Irving. Well, the San Francisco 49ers are in Santa Clara. Or that the New York Jets and New York Giants aren't even in New York. They aren't even in New York State. They're in New Jersey. I don't have nothing to do with us. All right, but the thing is, politicians play too many games. And the Bears, look, my whole thing is this. You're going asking for funding, build the shit yourself. All right, there was the money that Arlington, Texas. All right, there's state money set aside for building stadiums. Go get that. That's what Reinsdorf did or tried to do. Okay? Billionaires, it's amazing. Billionaires go out of their way to make everybody else pay for the shit. Out of their way. All right, you can take a loan out. It's not like you can't repay it. It's not. I mean, you get $400 million every goddamn year at the end of the fiscal year for you guys. Every team except the Packers, because it's inbred hillbilly Mother Hubbards. But that's not the story. You make $400 million a year. Every team, and it keeps going up every year. So get a loan. Build the shit yourself. You know, when the politicians here are so dirty and so corrupt, like, don't even get me started on where the money is from sports betting, where the money is from weed. Don't even get me started on where the hell that money is. Our politicians are so corrupt. Like, this can't be done. Like, this is something that's good for the city. For the city. I mean, the Park District couldn't sell them Soldier Field. It's not a landmark anymore after all the shit they did to it. So they just knock it down. Or knock down one part of the columns. The part next by the lake. Keep the ones off Lakeshore Drive. Keep those columns up if you want. Build that into the new structure. But don't get me started on politicians, Shawn. King Booker will say we can make the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and San Jose of Compton. I mean, we're gonna have to play somewhere for 3 years if they did that. It's fine. It could be Northwestern. It could be Northwestern's too small. It could be at Champaign like it was before. All right. King Booker, well, you said that, and I cannot I cannot unsee it anymore. It says Prisker, aka the Garbage Pail Kid. That is freaking hilarious. That is freaking hilarious. I cannot stop thinking of him as a garbage pail ever since the first time you said that, dude. That is hilarious. Hilarious. But weren't we supposed to have shovels in the dirt last year before the end of the year? And I'll tell you what, Indiana's doing it right. Why can't Illinois or Chicago do the same thing? Build it for them. And then you pay us back. We're all good. We all know that scenario. Hey, do me a favor. Pay me a bill or let me some money and I'll pay you back. Let me hold something and I'll pay you back. Indiana, dude, they're coming correct. They're pulling some shit like Kansas did to get the Chiefs out of Missouri. The Chiefs, and if you don't know, the Kansas City Chiefs are leaving Kansas City, Missouri, and they're going to Kansas City, Kansas. So they can still be called the Kansas City Chiefs. They are building them their stadium. The property taxes is going to be cheap. And they can pay back. They don't own it, but they will have the opportunity to pay for it. It's like it's on layaway. Like on layaway, you have it, you pay back when you're done. Pay back slowly but surely, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're going to do. There's a whole bunch of other things. That's funny. Yeah, that is Fred Flintstone. That's funny. He does look like Fred Flintstone too. That's hilarious. You guys are on point today. That's funny. So what they're doing, they're giving them, I mean, let me find. It's crazy. And again, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. You're trying. They understand what that would be, and only after they realize how serious Indiana was, now we're like, okay, let's get to work. Because you don't want that on your legacy. You don't want to be the mayor that lets the team out of Chicago, which is probably what's going to happen to Brandon Johnson. And you definitely don't want to be the governor that let him leave the state. You definitely don't want to be that, because you will never get another job, because the first thing everyone who runs against you is going to say is you let the Bears leave. Let the Bears leave. And who wants that on your record? Who wants to be known for that? Not a lot of politicians, because there goes, you're done. You're done. You're done. Forget about it. You're done. Forget about it. You're done. So that's why they're working on keeping them in Illinois. And Arlington Heights is offering, okay, we'll take care of the infrastructure, so they'll take care of the roads in and out of there. And Brandon Johnson still says the city isn't done. They're not done. Holding out, or keeping hope alive. To borrow Jesse Jackson's phrase. The city of Chicago is not done. And I applaud him. He has to say that, but I applaud him if he's still giving legitimate options. But it doesn't seem like they're going to be in Chicago. It just doesn't seem like it, which sucks for me. I don't really want. We're all going to go to Arlington Heights. Let's keep it a buck. Man, I don't want to. I want Chicago Bears in Chicago. They've been in Chicago whole existence. Wrigley Field, here now, Soldier Field. So, but all things, time and tide wait for no man, and it looks like this is what's going to happen. And they better do one hell of a job. They better do a hell of a job with Bears Land, whatever it's going to be called. Whatever it's going to be called, Bears Land, Bears World. Kasky World, I don't know what they want to call it, but it better be dope. Better be dope, because the weird part about it is like they're old school, and so old school can go either way. It can be very timeless and elegant, or it can be boring as hell. You know what I mean? It can be boring as hell, and that's what I'm concerned about. So. We'll see. Well, listen. Let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll get into some conversation on our Bears. All right. Football season is over. Most of us now have to pay attention to our significant others because football season's over. So we're going to have some Bears talk on the other side. All right. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best. I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
a grown man sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Everybody in a work zone is someone somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Jump the ball, they go quick. Stafford's looking end zone. Throws it up top. It's knocked away by Stevenson, who's having a terrific game as well. Bring him in. But still 2 for 8. And now he's pressured. Escapes, looks to take off. Got away from the tackle. Williams got a downfield block. There goes Caleb to the 37-yard line. With the 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning here. See what they do. Inside run Williams. That's a big play. Back behind the line of scrimmage. End of game. No run down here. Swift opening. DeAndre Swift inside the 20 to the 19. It's a gain of 13 yards. Bears in the red zone. Command in motion. Williams drifting, sprinting for space. In all kinds of trouble. Put it up for grabs to the end zone. Connect. He got it for the touchdown. They've done it again. Unbelievable!
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC. Man, that hurts. That hurts. I know the Super Bowl's gone. Super Bowl's done. They didn't even make it to the Super Bowl, the Rams. Man. God, that hurts. Again, that clip courtesy of NBC. The Crooked Commission in the house. What's going on, Spud? I'm going to Cubs Sox game February 20th. February 20th? They start playing already? You mean March 20th? Sure you don't mean March 20th? Man, I'm still trying to decide. I'm trying to get, if I can get someone to stay. I'm trying to find someone from out of state. My aunt might not be in town, so it's hurt. Can't commit to anything if she's not going to be in town and she won't find out till next week. Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't know, Crooked Commission. I'm really trying to do it to get it out there, bro. I really am. Junior said, won't the new Northwestern Stadium be built by the time the Bears start building their new stadium? It should be, but it's only 30,000, I want to say. I think it's only 30,000. Yeah, they can play there. They're going to lose a lot of money because you still got to rent it out. You got to pay to rent it. You got to pay, and then your tickets. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that could be a place. I don't know. So, should that, yeah. And Junior also says, it felt so long ago that the Bears played for me. It does. It was It was a long time ago. A long, long time ago. But, there's a couple things that we got to talk about. All right. There's a lot we got to talk about. So we'll try and get into. There we go. This one. So here, the Bears need D-line help. And so my thought is this. Where do we go? Okay, everyone's talking about Max Crosby. And believe you me, I would love Max Crosby. Okay, it's going to be popular. Is it going to be possible? I don't know. Okay, you got to work on getting them under the cap, getting people to restructure. But then you're going to have so much money invested into that D line. So much money. And is that viable for this team? And we'll talk about some of the things that, like here. Here's one of the people. Olin was talking. Olin had said at one point, sometimes when people say we're a player or two away, he said, can that player or two away that we may be away, can they be on the roster? Can the player or two that we need for us to make the next jump, can they be on the roster? I say they could be. Because we've all seen Austin Booker. Austin Booker has a lot of talent, a lot of traits that we like. Me in particular. He's learning new moves. Okay. He's getting better. The one thing that he has that I'm ecstatic about is he has a motor that doesn't stop. You've seen him all the time in the final frame when either making a tackle, assisting on a tackle, or just chasing it down from behind because of his hustle, because of his desire to be great. Now, you've seen him miss some hits. He had a couple of sacks. All right. Now he just needs to be a little stronger to continue to be more of a force and a disruptor. And can he take another step? But the one guy that I was concerned about that I really wanted to see last year was Shamar Turner. Shamar Turner is a guy that I really, really was hurt when he got injured, because he's starting all over again. And again, you're not training your rehabbing. So he's got a motor, but where's he at mentally? Where's the knee at physically? And when it's 100%, according to the doctors, where's he going to be at mentally? Where's he going to be at physically? How explosive is he going to be? He's most likely not going to be as explosive as before. So is it going to be a situation where next season in 2027 is where he's going to be phenomenal? Like, how good can Shamar Turner be? How much of an impact can he have this year? Which is why it killed me when he got hurt, because he was going to be mentored by Grady Jarrett. who is kind of like Shamar Turner before Shamar Turner, or Shamar Turner's the new Grady Jarrett. Their style of play is extremely similar, and that would have been a perfect role model, perfect mentor for Grady Jarrett. But then Grady Jarrett was hurt, and then Shamar Turner got hurt, so they were never really in the same room, watching the same film, watching game film of each other often. Grady couldn't say, hey, try this, do this. When this happens, do this. When this happens, dip your shoulder. When this happens, do this. Because he was hurt, because he wasn't on film. He had no film to put out to watch. Grady Jarrett, too, he was hurt. Grady's got to be healthier this year. He made a couple plays for us. Nothing to write home to mom about, but he made a couple plays. He's got to be more of an impact player because Andrew Billings is a free agent. So we need help. We need help. And look at the last two Super Bowl winners. They've been able to wreak havoc with 4 down linemen. With 4. Didn't have to blitz a lot. We know Vic Fangio doesn't like to blitz with the Eagles. He didn't blitz a lot. And the Rams this year. Got to have some pressure up the middle. Andrew Billings, if he comes back, he will train this offseason, not rehab. Going to have to lose some weight. Do the Bears want him back? Or they say, hey, Shamar Turner, there you go. Although they had him playing tackle, they had him playing end. I don't know where they want to put him. You're still going to need an inside force. All right, the pocket has to collapse from the inside. Quarterbacks to feel some pressure. Quarterbacks cannot step up and throw. There's a big problem. I don't know a lot, but I do know this. Quarterbacks do not like that when they cannot step up and throw. You could break a finger. We saw Matthew Stafford sprain his finger on a pass the week before he played us. So not only do we need help on the edge from Montez Sweat, we need help with the pocket collapsing from the inside. My next question is, can Grady Jarrett be productive coming off an injury? And it's gonna be limited action. You can't expect him to take the bulk of the reps. The guy's been in the league for 10 years, 11 years. So who do we get? Is that is that Shamar Turner? Do we go get another person? Do we re-sign Billings? What do you do with that one tech, with the nose guard? What do you do with them? With that position, I mean. Oh, Kroger Commish said spring training on the 20th. Cub Sox. Okay. Is that at it's not Ho Ho Cam. What's it called? What's the new Cubs thing called? The new spring training? Not Ho Ho Cam. That's where they used to be in Mesa. But is that at the Cubs or Sox facility? Camelback is the Sox in Glendale. Yeah, this is the new Northwestern Stadium will be ready October 2nd, Shawn. It's their first conference game, if I'm not mistaken. One thing last year showed is that this team can now develop players. Turner and Booker could be the lightning rods that fuel that D-line. I agree. They have, and we didn't see it too much on the, Nashawn Wright. Nashawn Wright was a journeyman. Okay? Nashawn Wright got here, made himself a whole hell of a lot of money this offseason. So he played lights out. Kevin Byard played lights out. A lot of these younger players, yeah, they developed under this staff. So if Shamar Turner can come back mentally from the physical rehab, mentally, and trust that knee, and be as explosive as he was in college, we got one. See, I love the Max Crosby thing. I do. But I want that D line to be there for 3 to 5 years. I do. I want young talent in there. Now, if you want to trade Montez Sweat back over to the Raiders in return for Max Crosby, I'll take it. I'll take it. They want a pass rusher? Cool. Now what you just did is you put Max Crosby on one side and Austin Turner on the other. And Austin Turner, sorry, dropped the cap. Austin Turner will have a phenomenal mentor in Max Crosby. Because he can easily watch what Max Crosby's doing. Say, hey, I like this. I don't like that. Try this. Work on moves with him. If you get rid of Montez Sweat's contract, I would do that in a heartbeat. You're getting back a good player, but my only issue is I don't like giving up the 2 firsts. That's probably going to cost for Max Crosby. But because you're getting a guy who has double-digit sacks, and this is a great thing for the Bears. Because Montez Sweat had double-digit sacks, that is currency. You may not have to give up. You probably have to give up a number one. If we just give up one number one and a star and Montez Sweat, I'm good with it. For Max Crosby, I am all in. Because you're giving him back a pretty decent DN, kind of replacing what they've lost, plus a first-round pick. Those salaries can be most I do is a first and a fourth and Sweat, King Booker World. Okay. That's not bad either. That's not bad either. Then you get to keep DJ. You have Max Crosby, who's only 28. Have him mentor, take under his wing Austin Booker. 2 guys who have motors that just don't stop. We need the interior. That's what we need. Like we said, Billings was a little heavy last year because he was just heavier, slower, and weaker. Because remember, he was rehabbing and not training. So who else is the one tech? Who's the nose guard? That's what I'm saying. Is that Shamar Turner? Because Grady Jarrett's going to be rotating. He'll be at the 3 tech. He'll be at the 1 tech. So we'll see. We'll see if he can be productive coming off an injury. And we've been talking about this. Does Billings need to be resigned? I don't know. I don't know if he needs to be resigned. I don't know if he's going to be re-signed. You know, he's got excess weight. He gained weight. He's one heck of a force when he's in there, when he's healthy. But here's another thing. You weigh him, you say, okay, in the season you need to come in at X amount. If you do, $500,000 bonus, $1 million bonus. We can. He doesn't have to be that expensive. He doesn't have to be that expensive. And there's ways around it with people with issues like that, with weight issues. Man, you hit that weight issue, you make $1 million. Boy, I'll tell you what. If you bought that paper, you're hiring yourself a personal chef. You're counting your macros. You're in a sauna in the steam room every day. Probably get in the pool every day. And it could be beneficial for the Bears. And here's the thing, you can make it weekly. You can say if you return to camp at 3:30, because I don't know how much he was. Say he was 3:45. You want him at 3:30. Okay. You come to camp at under 3:30, you get $1 million. Every week that you stay under 3:30, you get $50,000. Every week. Because that's 50,000 times 17. Almost $1 million. Let's check it out. $850,000, another $850,000. These are things you can do, and this doesn't count against the cap. So you can bring him back. So you give him 1.2 if he comes in at a certain weight, and then $50,000 every week that he's under the weight limits. That's an extra $2 million. So now his salary is going to be like $6 million against the cap and not $8 million. So these are things you should do, or you can do, to navigate, to circumvent the cap. Another thing, and here's the one that seems to be really, really popular, getting a lot of traction. Should Tremaine Edmonds be cut to save $15 million? Before you just jump and say yes, let's realize he was having a Pro Bowl season before he got hurt. He was leading the linebackers in interceptions. He was having one hell of a year before he got injured. But that's $15 million you can save. Are we happy with DeMarco Jackson? He's a free agent as well. What did he make last year? DeMarco Jackson. He made 2.5. 1 year, $2.5 million. His rookie deal was 4 years for basically $4 million, $1 million a year. So he made $2.5 million last year. So that's, give him a 3-year deal. 3 years, $10 million. Because 15 tackles named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He can play. He can play. And Noah Sewell, if he's ever healthy, I think we might have seen the end of Sewell. But if he's healthy, that joker can play. But I think Edmonds should be the first casualty here. Khalil Mack? No, I don't want him. I love him. I thought he was great when he was here, but I just don't. And what's he going to cost? I don't see him as the same game wrecker as he was in 2018. Dude, that was 8 years ago. You realize that? 2018, 8 years ago. Eight years ago. That's crazy. Edmonds can go. I'm okay with DeMarco Jackson. DeMarco Jackson, how tall is he? Oh, yeah, he's short. He's only 6 feet. Woo. He's only 6 feet. See, Tremaine Edmonds, he's 6'5". He's 6'5" with a long wingspan. I've stood next to him in the locker room like, damn, dude. Yeah, he's a big mug. He's a big mug. Going from 6'5" to 6 feet linebacker, that's another. Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, here's the thing. If you're confident that your coaching staff can develop, hey, you just signed a guy last year who stepped in and became the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. King Booker Will said, just see something about Kevon Thibodeau might be up for a trade to the Bears, but could be bullshit. It could be. He's a nice piece if we can get him. If we can get him, that's a nice piece, bro. That's a real nice piece. Because he's only 25. Now, that's a nice piece. He's 25. He just turned 25 in December. He's 6'5", 258. Now, if that's a trade, if that comes through, King Booker World, that's nice. That's nice. It's a joke, man. That dude is a playmaker. That dude is a playmaker. Yeah, but yeah, his salary's crazy. 4 years, $31 million. What did it say? It's not giving me. Yeah, he signed a 4-year, $31 million, $31.3 million contract. So what year is he that in? Since the Southside himself says, seriously, I don't want the Bears to give a first-round pick on a pass rusher. I hear you. If you're confident, if you are really confident in your staff, see, here's what they need to do. First and foremost, give me someone with an attitude. I can teach you a rip, swim, push, pull. I can teach you all that. Spin move. All that can be taught. I can teach you technique. I can't teach you this. I can't teach you that. I can't teach you this. I can't. So if you start off with that baseline, with a dog, with a dude who's just out and out nasty, now you got something to work with. Now you got something to work with. Because that dog's not going anywhere. That heart, that desire is not going anywhere. You add talent and technique to that, now you're cooking with grease. And that's the type of players the Bears need to start drafting on a consistent basis. Due to play with an edge, due to our nasty, due to our dogs. And some of them might not have a clean background. They might not be Boy Scouts. As long as it's nothing crazy, sexual assault, armed robbery, okay? There's nothing crazy like that. Start looking at those types of players. Because they're not here to come here. They're not coming here to be choir boys. They're coming here to be monsters of the Midway. They just have to learn how to. They got to grow up. That's what it is. We need some people. We need you here. But we need you grown up. We need you mature. We need to know that you just can't go out acting like a fool. We're giving you millions of dollars. We're going to draft you and give you millions of dollars. I can't be having to put out fires all the time that you start. Because there's a guy. Listen, I'll tell you, there's a guy. It's from my talks with a lot of the Bears, Jerry Zuma. I used to be really good friends with Jerry Zuma back in the early 2000s while he was playing. There's a guy. They got a number. That's what happened with Lance Briggs. Remember? Lance Briggs' car crashed on the Edens on the Kennedy going home. And so I don't know for sure. I wasn't there, but he was probably drinking. So when you get into an accident or something happened, there's a guy you call. Tells you what to do. Most likely told Lance, hey, leave. Leave the scene. Worst case scenario is that you left the scene of a crime, of an accident. You'll get fined for that, but you won't get hit with a DUI. And your reputation doesn't get dragged through the mud. Most people realize, yeah, he was probably drinking. But the fact that he wasn't officially charged with a DUI, it's not on his record. There's a guy. You got a guy. All teams have it. There's a fixer. There's a fixer. Every team has one. Every pro team has one. Just these young guys, just make sure that that he is not a repeat customer to these guys. We've got to shore up that defense, folks. We have to. Because I think this offense is going to have a big step forward this year. We talked about it. Caleb doesn't have to learn this offense anymore. Neither does Rome. Neither does DJ. Neither does Colston Loveland or Komet. And who are we keeping? Jade Walker? I'm cool with that. Devin Duvernay? I'm cool with that. Obviously, Luther Burden III, I'm super cool with that. And see, here's the thing that I love. It's like those guys are getting better. Those guys are getting more confidence. Luther Burden, he came in, he didn't catch it and fall down. He catch it, he was trying to go. Luther Burden was a godsend for us, for him to still be there when we draft him. The question is, there is a huge question. This is the question. What about the left tackle position? Ozzy's not going to be ready to start the season. They did just re-sign Benedette. Draft one, free agency. And what kind of talent? Where would you draft them? Because if you're making a trade for Max Crosby, you're probably giving up this year's first. So I got to get him in the second. But it's a deep edge class. When do you want to get that edge? Is that going to be their first pick? Or do you go in the free agent market and get a retread? Or do you go back and sign Braxton Jones? Are you happy with Braxton Jones? Give him a shot. Because Ozzy's not coming back by the start of the season. See, the one thing, if you're confident in Dan Rochar's ability to develop talent, then here's what I need you to do. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to go to the Division 1 AA or go a non-Power 5, non-Big 5 school, a Power 5 school, a Division 1 AA school, or Division 2 school, and look at the strongest, best left tackles with feet. That could be a lot of them. Someone can run, someone can't pass block. Someone can pass block and can't run. Give me the best left tackles in all of them, the strongest ones. And because if you've got good feet and you're strong, obviously he's got to be able to play. Dan Rochar can teach you technique. You can go get offensive linemen. Now, the jump the first year, for depending on where you get them from, if it's a non-Power 5 school, the jump isn't going to be that much bigger. I mean, it's a big jump from college to pro. But it's not going to be a big jump if you're a non-Power 5, if you're from the Big Sky or something, as if you're from 1 AA or FCS. The jump is much bigger from FCS, even bigger from Division 2 because of talent. But go start. This is where you're going to earn your money, scouts. Find the most athletic, the biggest, strongest, most athletic left tackle. It's got to be a left tackle. In the non-Power 5 schools, Division 1 AA and Division 2. It's got to be a dog, though. Got to be a dog. And all those things. There's going to be a bunch of them who can do everything. But right here is what I need. Here and here. Can you understand your protection? Can you understand stunts and twists? Because if Dan Rochar is that good, then you can develop a dude. He's going to have Joe Tooney right next to him. And he'll probably, maybe he'll start like Ozzy did, game 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. But can Theo Benedict get better is the question. He's a good run blocker. Can he pass block? Well, you got to work on his footwork. And the one thing that really bugs me, I don't understand why offensive linemen aren't playing basketball, aren't jumping rope, aren't playing racquetball. These things are imperative for offensive linemen. Imperative. Your short bursts, short movements. King Booker World says, hell no. Hell no, Brax. Hey, he was good for a minute. You can't You can't sit there and tell me he wasn't one hell of a run blocker. You can't sit there and tell me that, King Booker World. He got out on that edge. We saw him knock a Green Bay Packer down. Wasn't it number 7? Ran his ass over. Now, can he get stronger? Like, man, I be squatting every damn day. I come back with legs like this. Ain't nobody gonna bull rush me anymore. Like, and that's what you tell them. Like, look, if you want to make this team, then you need to come back and squat this much, deadlift this much, hand clean this much. That's about bench. And still be able to get out and around the corner like you were. That's work. Why these millions of dollars? And that work. Brandon Schutz checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? He was a good on run blocking. I give him that. You ain't got to give it to him. He took it. Dude, he got out, and man, 2 years ago, remember, he let DeAndre Swift, boop, gave that defensive as a linebacker or something. DeAndre Swift went right up the sideline. He can get out there and run, boy, and that's what I'm talking about. Southern Utah. You can find another guy like him, but who can anchor. Someone who can anchor. Theo's better than right. Well, Theo's more of a mauler. Braxton had great feet where he can get in front of you and be in your way. He's not going to dominate you like a dominator did. He's not going to overpower you. But do you really give a shit if he overpowers you or gets you out of the way? And I know there's a big difference between overpowering and just getting someone out of the way. If he had great technique and just got in your way and the running back's going by, you win. You won that rep. Theo's more dominated, more physical. No, it wasn't, Junior. Stop it. Now you can put that up. This left tackle position's got to be, it's got to hit. Because what you want is to draft someone. You want Theo to start there, Will to come back, and this rookie fighting for time. What you want? You want competition at that spot. And let me tell you something. The competition is going to be great because they understand what they just did. They understand the team they have. They understand the team they have. And they're going to want us to be here. Chicago is now a destination for players. The Bears are a team, an organization that players want to go to now. They want to come to. Sign Fred Johnson from the Eagles for a 2-year deal. Possible. See, the problem is we need we need offensive and defensive line. Can we get stopgap in free agency? I don't know. You know the old saying, you always overpay in free agency. Always. I mean, look at Jonah Jackson, Drew Dahlman. Who was a fourth? One of them was a fourth. I think Drew Dahlman was a 4th round pick. So why can't we find a 4th round lineman who can command that kind of money in a couple of years? Because Drew Dahlman developed. So we need to find someone that we can develop. So in 4 years, he's not a free agent. We're re-signing him. Look it up. Drew Dahlman, 3rd or 4th round pick. Drew Dolman, football player. "27 years old. Pro Football Reference." Let's get his. Oh, come on. Stop messing with me. Like, give me, you son of a biscuit. Come on. Get more info. 4th round. Atlanta Falcons, 4th round, 114th pick overall, Drew Dolman. So we need to go find a 4th rounder that we can develop. Coach Rashard, got a lot of work in front of you, Papa. You got a lot of work in front of you. A lot of work in front of you. What about the running backs? What about the running back position? Are you okay with the running back position? Is that an area of need for you? Put it in the chat. Is it an area of need for you? I'm okay with these two. I think it's time we got rid of O'Shawn Johnson. We could bring in someone else in. Another special teams player. I like the guy they had, number 38. Son of a biscuit. What is his name? Not England. I thought it was the name of a country. England. Britain. I like Britain. So me personally, I don't think running back is an area of need. Now, if you can go get a Saquon Barkley type player, yeah, go get him. But I don't think there's a need for anything in that running back room. Okay? I don't. I think we are more than fine in the running back room. Studs at Studeville, Eric Studeville, the running back coach. I heard he's a son of a gun too. I heard he's strict and demanding, which is exactly what those running backs need. I am good with the running back room. 2, 3, I got it. Here we go. Junior says, I'm okay with the running back position. Both Swift and Monangai were excellent. It's the South Side. So running back is not a real need. No, it is not. There's plenty of replacements for Rojo. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, Mashawn. You ain't lying. Like I said, is it Brown? Who's Britain's name? What was Britain's name? Brian Britton, Brett Britton. And is it Britton Brown? Britton Brown, running back for the Chicago Bears. Yes. Big fan of his. 6'1", 210. Nice size. I'd bring him back. I'd bring him back. Great Britain. Junior says, I just wish we kept the enemy. Man. How can you turn down going back to Kansas City and being a play caller? Being the offensive coordinator? That's a dude who can call plays. I do too, Junior. I loved his coaching style, and I think the running backs love his coaching style. which is why it's so important. All right, why it's so important when you come into the league. All right, your first year of coaching is paramount. And coaching matters. Coaching matters. Because now they're taught the coaching matters because look at the success that they had last year. And although Eric Bieniemy's gone, they're not going to forget what work it took to get them to be so productive. They're not going to forget the demands that he put on them to be great. And this new guy, Studsville, from my understanding, is another tough son of a gun as well. He's going to be demanding on these running backs as well. We saw DeAndre Swift, who was never known as a between the tackles runner. He had a couple the prior season in 24, but it wasn't a physical back. He was physical last year. After watching Kyle Monunga run over people for 176 yards against Cincinnati, he's like, "Oh shit, my ankle feels better. It don't hurt very much anymore, and I need to lower my shoulder." And he did. Junior says, Bieniemy, held him accountable. He was definitely an old school type of coach. He was, and they loved it. And they loved it. And they loved it and performed. And let's not get it twisted. Kyle Monunga had 700 yards, and he didn't play until week 4 or 5 or 6. His first real game was Cincinnati. He had a couple carries up until then, but let's keep it a buck. He was not playing at the beginning. Before the bye, he wasn't playing. 2 carries, 3 carries. Let's not get it twisted. Minnesota. Here we go. Attempts, yards. Minnesota, no carries. 1 reception. Detroit, 7 carries. Week 2. Week 3. 6 carries. The Dallas game. 7 carries for 28 against Detroit. 6 carries for 16 yards against Dallas. 4 carries for 18 yards against Las Vegas. Then the bye. Washington, 5 carries for 19 yards. New Orleans, 13 carries for 81 yards. Okay, now you're starting to see a little bit. Okay. Baltimore, 7 carries for 24 yards. Cincinnati, 26 for 176. But even after that, the Giants, 7 for 28. Minnesota, 12 for 23. Pittsburgh, 12 for 48. Philly, $130, 22 for $130. These are the kind of, and imagine had he played earlier, got more carries earlier, double-digit carries. And that's the thing that we need to have. Each guy's got to have at least 12 carries. I say 15 because now you know we're running the ball 30 times. 12 carries, we're running the ball 20, 25 times. We're good. Give me 30. Give me 15 apiece. Average. All right, because if one guy's hot hand. But here's the awesome issue that we have. If one guy's hot, when they're both healthy, the other guy comes in, he performs just as well because he doesn't want to sit because the other guy's hot. He wants to get hot too. And that's the awesome part about this running back room. So, nothing with the running backs Receivers are good. Tight ends are good. It's the draft. It's the O&D line, the left tackle, the 3 tech and an end, which we might already have. We might already have them there. Shamar Turner might be that dude. Austin Booker might be that dude. And the one thing, you know, I'm all for acquiring a guy who you know. And just because we acquire a guy, it doesn't mean that this has to be the season we win it. No. Doesn't mean that. You think the Packers thought this is the only season they're gearing up for? No. They got Micah. They extended him in the highest non-quarterback in the NFL, not because this year was the only year they're going for it. They want to be going for it every year for the rest of his contract. So just because we sign a guy to a long-term deal doesn't mean this year is the year that we have to win it. No. It'd be great, but that's not how it works. Get a guy so when you come back, every year, that defense is stout. Every year, every week, everyone's like, God damn, we got to face this dude. Damn, we got to face this dude. Damn, where's he at on first down? Where's he at on second down? Where's he at on obvious passing down, 3rd and long? It's 4th quarter. We're trying to make a drive. It's 3rd and critical with 3rd down. Where's this dude at? Every year. So just because you sign a big name, like we didn't think that was the only year ready for us when we got Khalil Mack. We're like, oh, we got Khalil 4 years, 5 years. We were fired up. That's okay. If we go sign a big dude with a long-term deal, it's okay. Junior, speaking from experience, man, he says O-line would rather run block than pass block. Easy to go forward than. Oh, man. Hey, listen, great show today. Big time props to you guys. Phenomenal chat. You guys were lit. 2 hours is come and gone. I want to thank you guys for keeping that chat lit, keeping our conversations going. It was one heck of a show because you guys are giving me good questions and making me laugh. Some funny-ass, smart-ass remarks. I told you. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks. Ain't nobody scared over here. And I know you guys ain't scared out there. Although we are missing Rick, though. We're missing the weed man. But big kudos to you guys, man. Great conversation, great comments that allowed me to expand on. I love it. Great job from you guys, man. I appreciate it, man. Brandon says, happy Friday. See you Friday. Yeah, we'll see you Friday, Brandon. All right, listen, guys, have a phenomenal day. It's going to be warmer, well, cooler than yesterday. Yesterday hit 50 in the Chicagoland area. All right, it's going to be a low to mid 40s. I think that's pushing it. I think low 40s is really what they're talking about. Yeah, this is high of 41, so 10 degrees cooler. All right, still heat wave for us. But still, make sure you layer if you're in the Chicagoland area. We know how to dress. All right, it's not our first rodeo. And do yourself a favor. Let your loved ones know we love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. Make plans. The weather's going to be nice all week, the rest of the weekend. All right, the rest of the week and into the weekend. Make plans. It's Valentine's Day. Make plans with significant other, someone you want, someone you're hollering at, you're chasing, you're courting. It doesn't matter. All right, just go out, have some fun, catch a movie, do something, but let people know that you care about them. All right? All right. In the biggest, in the game on Sunday, he talked about the thing that only thing more powerful than hate is love. Show your people that you love them, that you care about, that you love them, man. Show them. Meet up with people. Which reminds me, I gotta go hang out with Junior and Patty and Monica and Jeremiah and Mondo. I gotta make a point to go see them. They live on the other side of the world from me. But have a phenomenal day. All right. I will see you guys on Friday. So from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a phenomenal day. I will see you on Friday, but your boy is out.
Come on, lace the